Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
And so here's Seska. Here's Hines. Oh, that's blocked. The 15-footer to the right side. Pulls it up. That's short off the rim. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Kriapa. It's rebounded by Mayo. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, Kev. I caught up with Seska's head coach. The battle on the boards is something that he knows will be a big barometer for how this game turns out. He said coming out ahead in rebounds is something that we simply have to strive for in this game. If we let them beat us up on the glass, it's going to be a long uphill fight. Guys?
Great, Doris. Thank you.
It's not necessarily an overlooked part of the game, but rebounding can affect everything else you do.
The pass to Kriapa. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And Jordan has it in the corner. Passes it to Fletcher.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Here's Teodosic. There's the pick. Five to shoot. Shoots from the line. Jordan with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Such a wide open look. Shorty's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Hines and a missed layup.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Jordan. Pass to Fletcher. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Number 25, shooting 1.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Teodosic. With some arc, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Seska making a change here.
The time moves on.
Now off the inbound. Jordan with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Teodosic, guarded by Mayo. Here's Fritzone, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
It's Jordan on the wing. There's the pass to Fletcher. Outside Mayo. Clock at 6. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Down low. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Shorty. 1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Right wing. Kicks to Mayo. Shoots the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Now a timeout called by Seska. Both teams changing it up here. Seska trails by 5. Fritzone guarded by Jordan. Outside Jackson. He tries for 3. And O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now here's Rodman. Gay, a screen on Jackson.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
At the line.
And he makes the first. And Seska making a change here. DeColo's checked in. Mayo hits them both. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Seska trails by 7 and stolen by Mayo. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Out of bounds. Seska takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Jackson. He kicks to DeColo. There's a good screen. 41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Cowan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Inside. Outside for Jordan. Pushing it up. Here's DeColo. Pass to Cowan. On the wing, Jackson. Puts it up from 12. Rodman with the block. And he recovers it. Here's DeColo. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. The home team, they lead by 5. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Here's Shorty. Launches it. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
And so here's Seska. 8-point game.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Here's Teodosic, guarded by Jordan. Here's Teodosic, looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's DeColo, the rebound by Jordan. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Mayo. There's the pass to Fletcher. Dishes it to Jordan. Mayo drives in. Outside Jordan from past the arc. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Seska trails by 6. Here's Teodosic. Hits despite the tough D.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot. I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Now the feed to Mayo. And a wide open look for Jordan with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Jordan's got 5 points so far. And so here's Seska. They trail by 6. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Out to the right wing. From the arc. Here's Fletcher. Rebounded by Seska.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
For Seska, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Michael Jordan again. Jordan's got 7 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
To the inside. Teodosic, the pass to Hines. And the shot is good.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they look offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Here's Shorty. Jordan, he's open. To the left wing. To the middle. Here's Fletcher. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Seska shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Both shots good from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Jackson. Zazulin. He's covered by Gay. And that one's good.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Mayo against Jackson. Mayo drives in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And so here's Seska. It's a 5-point game. Zazulin. Here's Hines. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. And that one misses.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Mayo into the lane. Feeds it to Rodman. Pass to O'Neal. Gay outside. Shot clock at 5. Off target with his 3. Seska trails by 3. Zazulin. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And so here's Seska. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. He has 5.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Mayo against Jackson. Up top, Plumlee. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Ball stolen. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Gay with the block. And here comes the break. The finish. And Dennis Rodman with the slam.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Mayo. Here's Fritzone. No good with the triple. Rodman can't get it to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. The home team up by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One guy who's been getting it done is O.J. Mayo.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets beautiful. Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw. Courtesy of Kia to the paint. The shot misses. And Seska the other way now. And the call will be against O.J. Mayo. That is his first foul of the game. Passes it to Teodosic. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside, Fletcher.
Oh! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Pass to Kriop. Zazulin makes it off the glass. He's got 7.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, team dancers.
Down low. The layup off target.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And he gets it to go.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And the pass to Fletcher. Out to the wing. Jordan, the pass to Fletcher. And he goes in for the dunk.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Voron-Savic. Here's Teodosic. Off target at the rim.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Here's Mayo. He's got 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the left side wing. Michael Jordan on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Fletcher. He dishes it to Mayo. The second chance effort. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Nando De Colo's checked in for Seska. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Teodosic, guarded by Mayo, picked away. And here's the fast break. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and the dunk by Jordan.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
For Seska, they have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. The first free throw is good.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
With the 2014 draft class, Clark, it was so hyped up, a lot of teams probably didn't care that they were losing some games at the end of the year as they themselves were testing some younger players on their roster.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. And you look at the guys from that class, many of them have star potential.
Seska trails by 11. To the paint. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
MJ finding his man right there.
Here's Fritzone. Offline with his 3. Here's Mayo. Got a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And Seska making a change here. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Jordan dishes to O'Neal. Back to Jordan. Up top, Shaq. He feeds it to Gay. Shoots. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 13 points for Michael.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Now a timeout called by Seska. .106 left to play here in the third. There's the pick. Gay comes over with a double team. And so here's Seska. Clock at 6. Fritzone. He's covered by Gay. The rebound by Jordan.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fritzone drops in the tray. He's got 9.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The dish to Rodman. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Jordan against Jackson. Here's Hines, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Fritzone. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The home team, they lead by 13. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
Check it out.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Seska trails by 13. Teodosic, the pass to Nichols. They set the pick. It's stolen by Mayo. And now it's Mayo running. He can go all the way.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Now the pass to Teodosic. And the 3 off target.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Here's Fletcher. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Just absolute domination in this one for Shorty. 12 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Both shots good from the stripe. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. To the inside. Here's Hines. It's blocked by Shaq. And as it goes out of bounds, Seska able to keep the ball here. Passes it to Teodosic. To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Mayo kicks to Jordan. Dishes to O'Neal. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now a timeout called by Seska. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they've got to figure out how to contain him.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Zazulin guarded by Jordan, and he gets the bucket.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
And so here's the home team. To the inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Zazulin. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. So he gets them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Shorty, and he jams it with authority.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield. No, maybe the windshield wiper. Yeah, right. Yeah. And the shot is good. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Pass to Nichols.
Well, the game's getting bigger, going international. But at least in the U.S., it really seems the game is going indoors. Back in the day, the legends of the game still played on the blacktop. That's becoming a thing of the past.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
In for Seska. Victor Criano. Vitali Rizan.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Kicks to Mayo. It's Jordan on the wing. Outside Mayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. That's good. And speaking, Clark, of playground basketball, why do you think that is that players are going indoors?
Well, I think one reason is playing on hardwood is nicer. It's easier on your joints and safer overall. The game has changed and it's big business now, but there are still plenty of weekend warriors who get their hoop on outside.
Timeout.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Left side, Jordan. At the elbow, it's Mayo.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Fritzone, guarded by Jordan. Here's the screen. The pass to Hines. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10. And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676, almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
Clock at 6. Here's Jordan. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow. The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Here's Fletcher. That's tipped. Passes it to Teodosic. With a floater, he lays it in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That's good.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
To the inside, here's Kriapa. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. And he lobs it up. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Seska takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's DeColo. And so the home crowd treated to a win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.
The 2K Sports pregame show. We're starting to get some early answers on this year's big questions in the NBA season. And here to tell us what it all means are the experts, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm just your host, Ernie Johnson.
No one's an expert.
Huh?
No one's an expert.
Well, you guys try. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, they find themselves with a comparable win percentage to this time last year, but looking to make a push as this season continues. And the clock ticking down to tip off. Kenny, you won 2 championships, might I remind you, back to back. Explain to us the makeup of a champion.
Well,
and not the makeup you're wearing right now.
I never.
But the makeup of a championship team.
However, number one is the belief. You have to believe and trust in your teammates. Trust is the most important thing. And most people think trust comes from on the offensive end, but it's trust on the defensive end. Meaning, Ernie, if I'm going to send you baseline, I said that's the game plan. I have to trust that my teammate's going to be there, and I'm going to do it regardless if he misses his assignment 1 or 2 times. That's the trust you have to have.
Ernie, you know why I like drinking Shaq Fu Punch?
Why?
Because it's about finding the right mix. So in basketball terms, it's about coaches, star role players. Everything has to be working together. That's why these guys can be great.
I can't believe that you just promoted one of your products into discussion of what it takes to become a champion in the NBA.
I wasn't really promoting. I was just giving you a Shaq-nology.
That's his 12th promotion. I'm going to start promoting things.
I'm not promoting the Shaq-nologies. Mm-hmm. You know what? I won't say nothing else about myself or any product I'm endorsing. Man up, you two.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. Well, it was the Sacramento Kings in their last game, a loss to Orlando in Florida. And that does your confidence guys no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Caspi is out there with Quincy Acey. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Collison in at the point guard position. And yes, sir, that one drops.
I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
And it worked to perfection, Clark, on that possession. We'll see how that plays out in terms of being a big part of their game plan.
Here's Bellinelli following the basket by O.J. Mayo.
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
And it's the Kings with the ball. Outside Collison. Here's the floater. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Off the inbound. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Talking about Bellinelli, he won the NBA three-point shootout back in 2014. Looked like he'd perfected his stroke. That gave him, Greg, confidence in every other part of his game.
And talent is one thing, but confidence truly does trump almost everything else. And he just didn't seem to have it last season. But he has that craftiness and high-level skill set to really bounce back this year and prove that he's the real deal.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Now here's Collison. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Jordan. Gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Collison with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And good on the basket. Book it. Gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Back to Mayo. And the pass to Fletcher. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Caspi. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Pass to Fletcher. Outside Mayo. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. That's now 8 points for O.J. Mayo.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter. And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation. Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Butler comes in for Caspi. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Here's Mayo. Sacramento making their last shot. Jordan kicks to Shaq. Here's the 3, and that one's good.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Mayo against Collison. O'Neal. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Jordan. Averaging 15 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Shorty. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Quincy Acey. Coles comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clark some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Now here's Rondo. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. From deep. Good D by Jordan. Gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Michael Jordan on the wing. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Now you're talking about a power surge. That's how you power that thing down.
He went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
Yeah, ain't no reason to be passive now. You have got to go in attack mode.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Here's Cole. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
And as you mentioned with the Kings, they did shoot well on the road. Top 10 in the NBA in terms of road field goal percentage. And they actually shot threes better away from home as well. So the real question for them was on the defensive side of the ball.
And that one falls for Cole.
The Kings were only 11-30 on the road last season, guys, and being a bottom 5 defense on the road in the NBA is part of the reason for that.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system, and I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be. His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Rondo kicks to Cole. Shoots from the elbow, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Mayo kicks to Jordan. Outside, Rodman. It's Gay on the wing. Passes it to Jordan. Outside, Rodman. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his first personal foul. At the line.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for two.
Good on the second free throw. Rondo. No good. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The home team up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Sacramento, Rajon Rondo is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Caspi. Then it's Quincy Ace, and it's Cousins in at center.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And here's the fast break. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And now it's a double-digit lead.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by O.J. Mayo, and finished off by AC.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that. Pretty one-handed flush.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Cousins, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point, but Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice.
Shorty, he's checked in for Miles Plumlee. And a change for the Kings. Collison's out there. Now here's Collison. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's rebounded by Mayo.
Yeah, and for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Now here's Jordan. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Dennis Rodman. He's checked in for Michael Jordan.
Dennis Rodman.
Feeds it to Rodman. Back to Mayo. The pass to Fletcher. Now here's Collison. Kicks it to AC to the right side. No good from Caspi.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that one's good. He has 7.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the paint. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Caspi's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And he dunks it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
The Kings trail by 12. Dishes to Bellinelli. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Cousins pulls it in.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Screen by Cousins. Pass to Caspi. Back to Collison. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Caspi. But they recover it. In the corner, Collison with it. No good from outside.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And he gets it to go. 9 points in the game so far.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
The Kings making a switch here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Kufis comes in for Quincy Acey. Caron Butler is checked in for Caspi. And it's Norris Cole in for Bellinelli. Now here's Cauley Stein. Here's Cole. They set the pick. And it's Shorty with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Cole, guarded by Mayo, and the basket by Collison.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here is O'Neal. Gay kicks to Rodman. The tray. Shot is off. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. It's stolen by Mayo. And now here's Mayo, the fast break opportunity.
And Clark, that's really depleting for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
The drive by Collison, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Collison's got 4 points this quarter. Gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Now Rodman, following Caron Butler's 3-point attempt. Fletcher passes to O'Neal. He kicks it to Rodman. The dish now to Mayo. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Butler goes in. He feeds it to Collison. Fires from the wing. That doesn't go either for Collison. Rodman down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rodman's got 7 points.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
And so we wrap up the first half. The home team up by 12. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I've got Caron with me, and you guys shot the ball pretty well, Caron. Are you surprised to find yourselves behind right now?
Yeah, really are, because we got to control the boards and control the paint. We got to give those guys a little bit of help, close the floor a little bit.
You've got to do a little bit of everything. Thank you, Caron. Kevin?
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, KC.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Really an incredible game from O.J. Mayo.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Has been sensational. 75% for the game. Inside, and the rejection by Cousins. And for the Kings, they've got Caspi, Quincy Acey out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Collison in at the point guard. Caspi for 3. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Caspi's got it back down to single digits for Sacramento. Mayo left side. Down low. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The first one falls.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe. And so here's Sacramento. Collison kicks to Caspi. The drive by Cousins, and that one's good. Cousins has got 6.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Shorty. First in 3-point field goal percentage. First in free throw shooting. And he's an absolutely devastating offensive weapon. Number 2 in the league in scoring.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient 3-point shooters. You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And for Cousins, those 20-20-10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
Sacramento making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rondo's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And you know, Rondo, a strange year shooting the ball last season. For a good stretch, he was shooting the same from the free throw line as he was from three-point range, about 30%.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. It's tipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. He's guarded by Cousins. Greg, you were talking about Rondo, and his shooting woes have been well documented. Clark, he tried to tap into Dirk's old shooting coach to help him out while in Dallas.
You know, a good portion of this might be mental at this point for Rondo. He is getting to the point in his career where I think it is what it is for him in regards to his shooting.
Acey's shot is good. Acey's got 6.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Rondo. The feed to Bellinelli. Outside Rondo. Pass to Acey. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. To the wing right side. Michael Jordan on the wing. Bellinelli is covering. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Making 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Bellinelli for 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here's Fletcher.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. The Kings have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. And he can't get the first one. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Quincy Acey. And the second free throw, good. Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Outside Jordan. Passes it to O'Neal. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Cousins. Now Rondo. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And here's the fast break. On up the court. Shot by Mayo is no good. The Kings trail by 7. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Now the pass to Bellinelli. Rondo dishes to Cousins. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Cousins has got 9 points.
Rondo with the nice dish.
Outside Jordan. Rebound by the Kings.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Interconference action here. 2 games in all between these two teams. It'll be fun to watch.
Being down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Kicks to O'Neal. It's Jordan on the wing. Dishes it to Plumlee. Back to Jordan. Pass to Shaq. In the corner, Mayo with it. 6 to shoot. Rebound by Caspi.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Rondo on top. He dishes it to Cousins. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Cousins. And that's now 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein. The dish to O'Neal. Jordan the pass to O'Neal. Mayo kicks to Plumlee. The feed to O'Neal. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Butler comes in for Caspi. Norris Cole, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. And here's Collison from deep three-point range. Misses the shot. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. The home team up by 1. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Kings trailing. They've got Michael Jordan. Shorty out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Rodman. Butler in the corner. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Collison's got 5 assists in the game. A superb 63% from the field. Kicks it out to Gay. Outside Jordan. Launches a 3. They get it back. Gay outside. Drills the three-pointer. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
Well, 7 lead changes, Kevin, in this one, and we could very well be seeing more.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Collison dishes to AC. They set the pick. It's stolen by Rodman. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Then for the Kings, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Kufis. And it's Caspi in for Butler. The Kings shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way up. And the Kings lead by 1.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
To the middle, deflects the pass. Mayo against Collison. Cole. And that's collected by Gay.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And now a 3-point Sacramento lead. Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
They've been splashing home those 3s since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
That was a good time to call a timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Norris Cole. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Pass to Fletcher. Power down with both hands.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Rondo. He kicks it to AC. Here's Cousins from down in the low post. It goes. And the Kings lead by 4.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Fletcher. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Just a fantastic game for Shorty. He's got 10 points and 4 assists.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Kings?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Cousins. Misses off the left iron.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Passes it to Fletcher. And Jordan has it in the corner. Down low. And it's all evened up.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
For Sacramento, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And here are the Kings now. O.J. Mayo missing his last shot. Bellinelli for 3. And AC kicks to Caspi. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Rebound by Caspi. Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. He feeds it to Rondo. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. Good ball movement here by the Kings. A shot by Bellinelli. No good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Rondo passes to Cousins. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Cousins has got 8 points in the quarter.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
Now here's Jordan. Outside Rondo. Feeds to Casper. It's in!
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
Outside Jordan. Out left to the wing. Nails it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And his His stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter. Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, just shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Darren Collison, who's checked in for the Kings. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
Mayo, the pass to Fletcher. It's good. This game is all even.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Six seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And for 3, Collison. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court right now for the Kings, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Bellinelli is out there with Collison. Then there's Caspi, and it's AC in at the 4 slot. A drive by Collison, and it's blocked. There's the lob to the hoop. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
Here's Cousins. No good with the wing jumper.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot. Jordan's given him lots of trouble. He has 8 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man. And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Here's Bellinelli. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Shaq.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Back to O'Neal. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the free throw, no good. The Kings trail by 5. Bellinelli dishes to AC. The pass to Cousins. It's deflected, but he stays with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Fletcher. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're trailing by 5. 1:16 left in the first overtime. Outside Collison. And Cousins kicks to Collison. Back to Cousins. And he goes strong at the one-handed jam.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Just about 2 minutes in now to this overtime period. What a game. Here's Fletcher. The shot will not go. Nice D from Cousins. The Kings have gotten only one of their first 5 shots to drop here in overtime. Collison kicks to Cousins. It's rebounded by Mayo. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
O'Neal passes to Mayo. Buries it.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 5. 29 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Kicks to Cousins. The 11-footer. Good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Collison with it. Dishes it to AC. Pass to Caspi. This one for 3. Nails the triple.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
And now they foul and stop the clock. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Now here's Collison. Bellinelli for 3. Cousins. Count it.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass, you're right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, straight bringing the hard hat on that one. That's what you like to see on the backboard.
And so they get the victory here at home. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for him in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.